Hey, welcome back, everybody. Todd here, Mark Legacy Acres. Hey, I got a fun one for you today. At least it was fun for me. We finally got the railing up on our mezzanine, and I think it looks really nice. We've got rebar sandwiched in there. We're going to show you how we did all this. Probably put together a compilation at some point also of all the ones we put together. Right there, that's a gate that we're putting in so we can lift things up with the tractor and lift them up there. Bigger stuff that we're going to move up there, but I think it turned out really nice. So kind of probably a little different video because got working on it and just started working, and we got quite a bit of video but didn't really get a lot of explanation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film some explanations of some things, slip them into the video. And so if you see me in different outfits on different days, this was a 2-day project, putting the railing up, 2 full days, the wife and I putting that in. And now we're back the next morning cleaning everything up before we have to go back to our full-time house. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait until this is my full-time property. But anyway, that's what we're working towards, getting this so that we can live here full-time. And hopefully you're coming along with us. This will give you an idea of, no, it really won't. It's not this light in here. I was going to show you how dark it is down there, but that's not doing any good. So, but anyway, I got a light right here to light up here, down at that end. I can move this around. So anyway, we're going to be putting in the 6x6 post holders. We're going to put those into the subfloor and into the wood underneath. We're going to have the 2x4s going between them, some rebar sandwiched in there. They should look real nice. Could we do it easier? Sure. But the wife saw this done on a show and she likes the way it looks, and I like my wife to be happy. So I like the way it looks too. So let's get going. All right, I want to give you a little update and let you know a little bit what we're using. We're using these to hold the 6x6 posts in. So you can just put them in, and here's one that's already done if I can get it out of the way. So it works really nice, and they're really solid. I mean, really solid. So I'm really happy with those. And then, and I'm kind of getting out of the light here a little bit, but over here, we're using these pieces that we put in that these go on. And I'll leave links for those in the description and all that kind of good stuff. So if you guys think that might be good for one of your projects, it'll work. One of the issues we've run into is, I don't know if my 6x6 posts are a little big or these are a little small. Some of the posts fit right in. The ones that are a little drier. Ones that are a little wetter, and I've got some wet ones. Just recently pressure treated, I guess. I'm having to rubber mount them in. It's working, but it's an issue. All right, I mentioned we were going to use some rebar. We're doing this outside, even though it's chilly out today. We're going to try to get some of this rust off with acetone. We don't need to get all the rust off. We want a rustic look. We just want to get the majority of it off, and then we are going to put a clear coat over it, and hopefully it doesn't rust anymore after that. And the clear coat will actually darken them up. It'll actually look like we might have painted them black, but we're not doing that. So here comes the acetone. Oh, do this outside if you're doing this, and wear protective gloves. All right, like I said, we're using acetone. Got leftover nail screws. Just throwing some in here. That should be more than enough. Again, I got protective gloves on. And in theory, at least what I hear, is this should take the surface rust off. And let's go through, do each one. And we'll bring you back when we're done doing that, because it's not exciting watching me wash rebar.
Oh man, that is high power.
Yeah, definitely do this outside. There's a...
What made this most efficient for us is Todd marked the pieces of wood, the top and the bottom piece for the railing, and then drilled the holes all at the same time. And we marked the drill bit with a piece of tape, so we knew exactly how far he was able to go down. So trying to be as efficient as possible, those are things that we really learned through this.
All right, one of the things that I wanted to slip in here is when we made the holes for these, we used a 5/8 spade bit. We tried a 1/2 inch, And with the 5/8, there's a little bit of wiggle room, but since it's sandwiched in, it doesn't hurt anything. And that allowed me to align these a little easier. So we used 5/8, a little bit too big, but allowed us for some slot because I wasn't ever perfect drilling straight down or whatever. So I like the 5/8 bit with the 1/2 inch rebar. If there's any big bends at the end, try to put them down. All right, so I'm using these pieces and they go on just like this. Put these in and then we'll screw them from the other side. Oh.
Yeah, if you're able to.
I can't hear you.
Yes, if you're able to.
I think I've shown these a couple times and I don't know how well they show up, but these, to put the 2x4s on, yeah, we could have toe screwed these or toe nailed them or whatever. I think they look really nice, and I'm gonna put a link to these because I like them. I'm gonna show you something I'm not gonna put a link to. These here that I put on the gate, I popped a screw on those the very first time. There's not going to be a link for those because I didn't like those at all. I'm going to take all those screws out and put in my own. These 6x6 post brackets that we used, those I like a lot. I'll have a link for those. Those worked great. I'm also not going to have a link for the hinges. Nothing wrong with the hinges, but the hardware they supply for them, terrible. So no link for those because I'm not going to recommend stuff to you guys that I don't like. All right, here's our gate. Not totally finished yet, but I got to get going home. But anyway, it works really nice. Opens up all the way. I've got that post there just to store them on until I'm back and I can secure everything. I've got brackets that are going to go in here and hold these together, as well as I'm going to put some post brackets on the outside. So 3-year-old grandson can't open them up by accident and fall off. So that's kind of how the gate works. I like it a lot. It worked out really well. We put a lot of effort into that, and I think it went as good as could be expected. The details that I think we probably showed along the way is cutting off these edges to make it a little bit more decorative. I think it looks nice. And all I did is 45-degree angle. I did inch by inch, and then on a 6-foot beam that worked out really nicely. I think we show some footage of cutting the rebar, but one of the things I want to stress is, one, if you're using an angle grinder, use both hands. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos I've seen lately, but there's some fairly gruesome accidents from not holding an angle grinder properly. And there was a day where I probably would have gone and held it with one hand, held the rebar with the other. Not when I've seen all these accidents. So guys, be careful if you're using an angle grinder. And I went through, we cut 50 pieces of rebar to make 100 pieces. That's what you see here. That's 100 pieces of rebar. So I went through probably 20 blades, nah, not 20, 10 blades at least, between 10 and 20 blades. So discs, cutoff wheels. And so, you know, if you're going to start a project like this, make sure you've got plenty of supplies, because if you're like us and you're half an hour away from home or half an hour away from town, you know, forgetting one little thing costs you a couple hours. And that's the difference between getting a project done or not getting it done. Just want to give you guys a view of my mess right now. I promise I'll get this all cleaned up, but I get to look out over the pole barn from my mezzanine. I just absolutely love this thing. I know I'm droning on and on and on about it, but it's something that we really wanted, and I'm so proud of the job that we did with my wife, my son, my daughter-in-law. We all had parts in it, and it turned out really nice. So I'm very, very glad you guys came along for the ride on this, and we're not done. Oh, by the way, so up here, we're going to have a bedroom / office. In the middle is going to be storage. And then over there, that's going to remain open, just a little hangout area. If I get my way, there's going to be a door there to a second story lofted deck back there, and get a couple windows up in here so we get a little bit of light. So again, thanks everybody for joining us so far. Hey, we're going to keep making this better and better and better. If you keep hanging out with us, we'll keep making videos. Until next time, Mark Legacy Acres out.